Welcome back, everybody, to This Is My Bourbon Podcast. I'm your host, Perry, and with me, just like he always is, even when we change things up and then decide we're going to go back to the way that they always have been, it's Eric the Whiskey Mutant.
Come right back around
Right
again.
back around.
We're right back around.
We come here, we start here, we go here, and we come back around to the way the other way. It just, sometimes we try things.
I'm confused again.
That's fine. But sometimes we make decisions. And then we say that decision was a bad decision. And we go back to the way that we've always done it.
The first step to
it's like when you
something.
It's like when you get
something.
It's like when you get married, and then you get a divorce, but then you remarry that person.
Is there something I don't know about?
No, there's nothing you need to know.
Well, this one time, me and Lucy, we got married, we got divorced, we got back together, and then we had a child.
Lucy and I have been together since the day that we started dating.
I know.
Like, we've never broken up. Not even once.
She said one time it was close. That time.
Thank you all so much, though, for being here. I know we've had a couple weeks off. That was because I was gone. I was in Florida. Had a little Disney vacation. Then I was at the beach, but I was working. So it wasn't really much of a beach vacation.
Working for the weekend, basically.
Yeah, sure. It was working so I had gas to get home.
Oh.
And then pay bills and have a house and a wife and make sure that my kid was fed.
You pay for your wife?
I pay for... She was
mail
order? She was mail order bride. Yeah,
I knew it!
Thank you for being on the same page as me. Yeah. It was a lot. And I don't want to go there.
I knew it.
But we're back. We're back.
We're back.
For a week. Then next week, Eric's gone.
It's vacation season.
It is vacation season. However, I'm back. And next week, even though Eric is gone, there is going to be an episode from the archives that was banked 4 years ago.
Banned. It was banned.
It was a banned episode.
Laws have changed. Stuff have changed. You get it now.
Yeah, now you're able to hear it. It's with Swan.
Perry was with a swan, if you can believe it. And they recorded a video. Not a video.
If you don't know what a cloaca is, go look it up. Do you not know what a cloaca is? Everything comes out of it. An bird.
Everything comes out of it.
And into it. Also, if you are an Apple Podcast listener, you might notice that your feed is now a little bit decluttered. That's because the only place that you can now get exclusive content is back to being on patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast for $5 a month. No longer are you able to get it on the Apple Podcast feed for $5 a month. It seemed like it was cluttering up people's Apple Podcast feed, so we eliminated that, and it is now only available on the Patreon thing.
I think Patreon was getting mad.
Something.
They didn't. They felt like we were cheating on them.
Yeah, it felt wrong.
It felt wrong.
I felt bad and dirty. I'm a dirty, dirty boy.
Dirty boy.
That's going in the reel.
Yep.
Anyway.
Oh, it's good to be back.
It is good to be back. I'm happy to be here. I feel like I've said it a million times since we started recording, but I really am just genuinely happy to be back to being on the podcast again.
Yeah.
I want to say, though, I haven't shown you this yet.
What?
For some strange reason, we have had a great couple of weeks of downloads. So much so that we are like almost...
Did they need a break from us?
Maybe. But
we only have to record once a month now.
But like we're doing remarkably well in the United States.
Well, that's good.
And in one state in particular.
Okay.
Alabama.
Alabama.
Y'all love your boys. Don't know why.
Y'all love your family.
You love your family and your boys
and your boys, your family, your boys, and roll tide.
But y'all have kept us rolling.
Roll tide
over the past couple of weeks, so much so that you have pushed us back into the top 100 food podcasts in the United States, which has not happened in a while. But it has been really, really nice to see that happen again. That's on the Apple Podcasts feed.
Well, thanks, Alabama.
So thank you all so much for that. I was going through some of our numbers the other day, and it is just kind of something that I am wont to do. But I looked at our best year ever. Our best year ever was 2020. When nobody had anything to do and everybody was listening to Bourbon Podcast, starting Bourbon Podcast, drinking a lot of bourbon.
Bourbon.
Yeah. Anyway, we were consistently in the top 100 food podcasts in the U.S. And it's just nice to be back.
We're cool. Back. We're back in all different levels. So many levels of back.
So many. Kentucky, though. Get it. Get back. What are you doing?
How many bourbon podcasts are in Kentucky though? A lot. Yeah.
There's a lot in Lexington.
Yeah.
There's so many in Lexington that
Lexington banned them. They said no more. You can't start a Lexington bourbon podcast anymore.
There's so many in Lexington that they're starting like.
There's so many in Lexington.
They're buying vehicles to go on the road with their shows.
Oh yeah.
This is true. This is not fake news.
The beer one?
Yes.
There's so many Lexington bourbon podcasts that they dug a hole in the middle of downtown and they buried half of them and then covered it up.
And then built a city center.
over them.
Yeah.
There's so many podcasts about bourbon in Lexington.
How many are there?
Well, let me tell you how many there are. I'll get back to you.
Okay, that's fine. Anyway, some other things we want to let you know about, too. We let you know about Patreon.
Yes.
Where you can support the show for as little as $1 a month.
$5
a month.
Get all the bonus stuff.
Content. Yes, of course. There's merch. You can get. That's at bourbonshop.threadless.com. If you want to send us
stuff,
not just things like
yourself.
Samples, correspondence, like letters,
adult
or
toys.
No, maybe not.
If you want to make merch for us that are like this,
that'd be fun.
This is my adult toy
podcast.
Coming soon.
We got a P.O. Box. It's P.O. Box 22609, Lexington, Kentucky 40512. Oh, shoot. I forgot.
You forgot?
You
are rusty, baby.
We've taken too much time off.
I was getting ready to say my zip code, but
P.O. Box 22609, Lexington, Kentucky 40522. You can leave us a 5-star rating and review.
Do it.
On your podcast app of choice. We have new TIMBP drinking classes, right?
Yep.
We had a little competition going on where if you left us a 5-star rating and review, you would get entered into a giveaway for a free glass. We have only gotten 3 reviews, so kind of think those 3 people might just get a free glass.
They get it
at this point because nobody else did it. That being said, thank you for the reviews.
Thank you.
Very nice of you.
Thank you for everybody else who didn't listen and didn't want a glass.
That being said, though, if you do want a glass and you just want to pay for it, send us a DM. We would be happy to. Do you want to grab one so we can show the people who are watching on the YouTube version of the podcast? This is a Burns Drams glass. It is made by Glencairn. It's about the size of a not Copita.
If you've ever did,
a tulip glass,
a pick at New Riff before they started giving people full size glasses, it's about that size.
Yeah, about the size of a tulip glass.
Yeah, It's awesome, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's the perfect, like, I'm going to be a little naughty and give myself a little extra, but you didn't really give yourself that much extra.
Mm-hmm.
And it just looks cool.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There it is. Audio listeners, love you to death, but Eric did just show the glass itself.
If you're listening to the audio, send me a DM. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah.
Of me and the glass.
If you're curious, a selfie.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'll do it right now. If you send me a DM and want to see what the glass...
We'll both take a picture. Oh, that's
that's
a panorama.
Well, it's hard to do things with one.
That's fair. That's okay. You're doing great, buddy.
Stuff. I'll put it right there on
and there's Ryan Reynolds.
There it is.
Yeah. If you don't know, Eric has a cardboard cutout of Ryan Reynolds. He's real?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
He's been there the whole time.
Ryan Reynolds is behind me in the...
He talks to you all the time.
He does. Whispers sweet nothings into my ear.
He loves you and Hugh.
Me and Hugh?
Yeah, you and Hugh.
You and Hugh.
You and Hugh.
You and Hugh. How excited are you for Deadpool and Wolverine?
I mean, I've still not watched the trailer. I'm excited I've been rewatching Deadpool movies. I've been rewatching god awful Wolverine Origins
movies.
And I'm ready.
Good. That's good.
I'm so excited.
That's awesome. We normally kick episodes off with Flying Blind, and we're going to do just that.
Yeah.
This week.
Two things.
Two Flying Blinds?
There's another thing we do sometimes.
Sometimes it's called Sips and Snacks. Yeah.
Where we pair something, Whiskey Mutant style. But we're not necessarily pairing something. But I'm ready to drink a little whiskey. So let's do your blind, and then we'll do a different type of blind.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. That was cool.
You like that?
Yeah, it was nice.
Okay.
All right.
That didn't sound like you really thought that was funny.
I was just kind of underselling it.
How much do you undersell when I'm around?
It's just kind of like one of my character traits. It's like...
This is all a character to you.
No, I'm a character.
Yeah, you're just acting. How long have you been acting?
My whole life.
Who are you?
It's called coping.
Who are you? Who is your daddy? And what does he do? All right, let's do this.
All right. You want to turn your head?
Now cough.
Yep.
That's how I always cough. That's my normal cough. Sorry.
I'd say go see a doctor, but you're already here.
I see a doctor every week and they do this for some reason.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
That wasn't good. Let's do it again.
Okay. And I will say, we've got a big review. So
we do have a big review. I'm sorry that I poured a little bit extra.
No. I was going to say, this already smells good enough to where I'm going to save this for tonight.
Okay. Well, we might need an extra glass then.
We can. I can pour it in the sample or something.
Okay. The Doom glass?
No, I'm keeping that. I'm not. No, that's got mold in it.
Yeah.
This smells delicious.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you can just pour it into one of our Burnstrams glasses that you can buy for $15 if you send us a DM.
And for an extra $5, I will drink out of this and send it to
you. And he won't wash it.
No, I won't. You know, Hawk Tua is getting...
Oh, no, I don't want to talk about Hawk Tua.
Dudes are asking her to...
I don't...
Hawk Tua in a jar for $600.
I am not going to
Surely I could spit in a glass and get 20.
We are not talking about Hawk Tua on this podcast.
We just did.
You got me on a technicality.
Okay. That's it. That's all I want to say. Okay, this smells delicious. This smells like if you took a Twizzler and you put buttercream icing in the Twizzler.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. $600? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Stupid. Men will literally do anything other than just be nice to a woman.
All right. Cheers. There's not as much Twizzler in that, but that's like buttercream cinnamon icing. Like if I took a tub of buttercream icing and put cinnamon in it,
Yeah.
and then took just a spoon of it, ooh.
When I first opened this bottle, it reminded me of cream soda.
And
just straight up cream soda.
It feels like one of those it doesn't drink the proof it is. It's a naughty boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
It'll
like,
get you in trouble.
I'm going to get you in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
It's a naughty boy pour.
Yeah. Well, wait until you see the sticker.
Oh, no. Did you bring out the one bottle?
No.
The white?
No.
That one?
Yeah, I do. It's not that one.
Oh. This is delicious.
It's so good, right?
This is delicious.
Yeah. So this is from our friends.
Our friends. Our naughty friends?
At the Blind Rabbits.
Ooh, it's that one.
It's that one.
It is a naughty one.
It is a naughty one. Bourbon Shower.
I'm going to show this really quick on YouTube. Am I allowed to show this on YouTube?
I mean, we're not monetized. Boop. Yep. If we ever get monetized, I'll just cut it out.
Oh, yep. There's the proof.
Yeah. 120.1 proof, 9 years old. This is a Jim Beam bourbon. Or 120.2 proof, excuse me.
So, essentially...
Knob Creek.
Yeah.
But if it were going to be a Knob Creek single barrel,
It'd be...
you'd have to add a half a gallon of water to the barrel just to proof it down. So they had access to this barrel, right?
And they poured it over
a lady.
Bulma. It was Bulma.
Or a Playboy bunny, I don't know.
No, I think that's
Bulma.
Bulma.
Yeah, that's Bulma. You can dream. She was 16 when that happened, man. Remember.
No. No. I was the same age.
Okay, anyway. So these barrels are from Prov. If you know Prov's picks, that guy.
Oh yeah.
He's got access to all these barrels, whatnot, MGP, Beam, the like. And they offered up some bottles to us and our group of folks, Patreon supporters. Said if you want some, you're more than welcome to it. And I said, well, yeah, absolutely. I definitely want a couple.
And I knew Perry was getting something, and I said, I'm going to wait and drink his. I did get one for somebody else.
Yes, you did. You helped Connor out.
Yes. Connor,
with his.
You will enjoy this if you haven't tried it yet.
It's delicious. I opened one last night at the 4th of July party. And it's about halfway gone now because people.
So you have two open?
I got 2 open.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's wildness.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
That's the wildest thing. That is a.
Well, the reason that I have
that's
two.
Here's the reason. You know what? We're going all out. 2 bottles.
Yeah. The reason
you're opening 2 of them.
Yeah, but here's the reason I have 2 open. It's because the second one was upstairs, and the first one was downstairs, and I forgot it. And we were already late. So
that, aka, I'm drinking both of these boys.
Oh, they're both getting drank.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You ain't saving them for nothing.
No. But I will, I'll consolidate before too long. But this is...
That's a wild move.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of the best single barrels I've had.
Yeah.
In a while.
That's good.
I wish that I had bought 3 bottles.
Why isn't this just boogers?
It should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's just regular Jim Beam mash bill. You know?
I get it.
Like, it would be Knob Creek. It would be Booker's. It would be regular Jim Beam. You know, like any Jim Beam bourbon would be this.
Yeah, that's good.
It's just a killer single barrel.
Yeah,
and it's got a nice glass stopper on it too. Try to get that stopper out.
It's like childproof.
He's struggling, folks.
Is it screw top?
No.
What the fuck? Why would he do this?
Because it looks nice.
Because he likes to mess with people. I cannot even. Is this real?
Yeah.
Is there like a secret thing?
Yeah, there is. What you have to do is you have to do it sideways.
Oh.
It's impossible. It's so weird.
Tricky, Prov.
Way to go, Prov.
Tricky. That's delicious.
Anyway, yeah. I mean, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So you got something else for me. Oh, and it's got a nice little dimple on the bottom.
I see what you're doing with that finger. Bro. You might want to bleep that out. You might want to blur that out.
Yeah, I think we might get banned from YouTube.
Yeah. These actually might pair well. But
do I need to look away?
No.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to ask.
Well, it is a blind, but I got Star Wars Oreos.
Ooh,
but you don't know what you get.
Oh, okay.
You either get the dark side or the light side. One is a blue icing in the middle. I'll show the camera here.
Is it going to change my tongue?
I don't know.
My mouth.
But I will say, depending on what you get is how I'm going to act the rest of the episode.
Great.
Am I going to be...
That's great.
Am I going to be
I don't...
pure Jedi, no hard feelings, or am I going to be Sith?
I'm not looking forward to that.
Since I can probably see what it is, first, you do got to close your eyes now when I open this, and then you pick it. And I want you to take a bite with your eyes closed and see if you can taste the difference. I don't know. Maybe they taste the same. It's just color. Or let's see what your guess is.
All right.
Use the Force.
I will.
Close your eyes. All right, pick one. They're all the same.
Oh.
Just grab one.
Oh, so like the whole
pack. It's either
okay.
Either light side, dark
Are they
side.
double stuffed?
They look like it.
They feel it.
All right, take a bite.
All right.
How do you feel? Use the Force. I'm showing the camera what you got, even though you can't see. They taste good?
They actually feel...
Who did you just eat? You just ate... Oh, you ate C-3PO.
Oh, well, that's fun. That actually feels blue, light side.
Well, you are correct.
Hey. Thank goodness. I was not looking forward to Sith Eric. The rest of the
I was going to go full.
I knew you were too, which I was not ready for that energy. I had not prepared myself for...
They taste the same. They're
really good.
They're just good Oreos.
Yeah.
Do they taste the same? Wait a second. Maybe they're not.
Okay.
It's not a bad pairing.
No, it actually pairs pretty well.
I think Oreos is one of those things that you could probably almost pair with anything.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We could get all technical with it and be like, let's get some rye with the dark chocolate, blah, blah, blah. But you could honestly pair an Oreo with just about anything.
Awesome.
Right. So,
well, I'm glad that I get good Eric.
You get good Eric. You got some icing in you.
What have you been drinking recently?
Well, let's see.
I'll let you go first because
I mean,
I got a whirlwind.
I'm probably going to just be listening to what you've been drinking, but did some pairings. We just recently came off of 4th of July as of yesterday. I had some 1792 bottled and bond that I paired with homemade banana pudding.
Yeah, you did.
Delicious. I had, when I'd go to the Pacers game and I would always get that St. Elmo's.
Yeah.
I bought a bottle of that.
Did you really?
And I had the St. Elmo's cherry and vanilla, I believe, infused bourbon or whiskey, and I put it in Coke Zero, and I just had it with like some random Coke Zeros.
Nice.
What else have I had? Shout out to Pinhook. They sent a sample of their new cast strength bourbon. That's on one of my 69ing. This is really good.
I gotta try that too.
That's why I saved this, because I only used a little bit of it for the review 69ing, and
it's been that good.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll have that later. I've had some random rare character bottles that fucking Jed was nice enough to give me.
And he's been on a cruise this week.
And he's been on a cruise posting everything that talk about a guy who posts every drink that he gets on vacation. The guy, he's on there. You want to see what's on a cruise? It's on there. And then I've had a few Cougar Baits, Country Boy beer, Cougar Baits. It's been so hot that one of my favorite things is just sweating, sitting on the back deck, having a Cougar Bait. So, all you cougars out there, that's pretty much the theme.
Yeah,
not the theme, the main points.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you take the stage here.
Yeah.
Take the stage. I want to move this just for a second because I want another Oreo.
Yeah, well, that's fair. Let me just say, I lived my best mutant life.
Oh, baby.
In Disney World, drinking around the world at EPCOT, getting the mutant cold brew for the first time in.
I'm so glad you finally got
origin, the land of origin. I mean, not you made it for me that one time.
Yeah, but not the real one.
Not where it was, and I got it. I finally was able to get it in EPCOT too. That was like my midday pick me up. I got it when we were close to the America portion of EPCOT, and we went and we just sat in that little pavilion and took a little breather. And I got one for myself and I got one for Emma, my sister-in-law. And the guys who were making it just straight up laughed at us. They were like, "This is the craziest order we've ever gotten."
They always do.
It's so funny. Yeah. They're like, "We feel like we're making a martini right now."
They should.
Yeah. And I was like, I got no shame for it, you know? And I was like,
they have it there. You can make it. They're allowed to make it.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
So yeah, it was a $30 coffee order.
I didn't say it was cheap.
No, it definitely was not. So I'll just I'll try to quickly go through my drinks at Disney, because there was a lot. But man, was it a good time. We drove overnight. We left. Okay, so let me back up a little bit. We recorded that Friday. Right. I speed ran an edit to get out the episode with us and Chad. Right. I basically didn't really drink for those few days because I had so much to do to get ready for the trip. And I was editing almost up until the moment we left because we drove overnight. Right. We got to Disney Springs at like, I don't know, noon or 1 o'clock. And we went to Hangars in Disney Springs, got basically just appetizers, and I ordered a pour of their Knob Creek Single Barrel Select.
Yeah.
Tried to ask if they, because the whole hunt at this point anymore is trying to find any place that will sell you a bottle of their Knob Creek Single Barrel.
And that's the parks and resorts.
Yes. And for a while, you could go to some of the gift shops at the resorts, and buy a bottle of their Knob Creek single barrel. Now that we're in the bourbon boom and people are hunting it, you can't basically buy it.
And they're probably selling so many more pours of it, too.
Oh, they absolutely are. The only real lead that I had was you could maybe go to like the Polynesian or the Grand Floridian and some of the restaurants there, some of the bars, and they would maybe sell you a bottle of it just, over the counter is the best way I could put it.
Right.
And they would sell it to you for like $150.
Do you think?
But I would think it would be worth it.
But do you think, since I'm staying at the Polynesian,
you might be able to?
Should I ask straight up the first day, or should I make a relationship?
Make a relationship first.
Mid trip, be like, you know what? I really want to buy a bottle of that. Have a couple of pours of it, and they're like, "Oh, you want the Knob Creek again?" If it's the same person,
make a relationship.
All right, that will be my goal for us.
Make a relationship, and if you want to, I will split it with you because that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot for one Knob Creek bottle.
Bro, when I'm at Disney, like
I know,
I don't think rational.
I know, me neither.
We'll figure.
We'll get there.
Right. Let's try to get one first.
Yeah, exactly. So we got settled into our hotel room. We stayed on site. You had gifted me.
Oh yeah,
this bottle.
Darn, it's gone.
Well, it went on vacation with us.
I know.
Too.
That's why I'm glad. That's what I wanted.
This bottle of an Elijah Craig single barrel proof pick. I drank on it with Emma when we were hanging out at the hotel room. Mm-hmm. I wanted to have a little bit of it with you now too, that it's had time to open up. For audio listeners, there is very little of it left over, but I made sure to save some of it because it changed so much from when Eric and I opened it on Pop Chicka Wow Wow. I smoked cigars with it. I, took it out to the pool too. It's a completely different animal then. I also put it in my apple juice bottle.
He drank it in an apple juice bottle.
Yeah, which is Eric's little trick. I didn't actually take it into the park. I drank it on the Skyliner.
Oh yeah. No, did I ever tell you about the time that I grabbed the little clear cup from the room?
Yes, you did tell me about that.
And they were like, "Oh, you got to get rid of it." I was like, "How do you know?"
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He knows. So yeah.
But we had, you go to Magic Kingdom. If you don't know, they don't sell alcohol in Magic Kingdom unless you go to some of the restaurants there. Cinderella's Table. I think even like
the Italian
Crystal
place.
Palace might sell it. The Italian place over by the Mickey's.
Yeah, where you meet Mickey at the beginning. And then you can get beer at Skipper's.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've gotten it. I've gotten it there before.
Yeah. That's about it, honestly.
So we had breakfast at Cinderella's Royal Table. So I got a mimosa there too, which was just a nice way to like energize myself for the rest of the day.
Dude, drinking in the morning at Disney is the best feeling ever.
It is.
It is.
And so, I mean, that was about it. I had a little pour of the Elijah Craig when we got back to the room that night. Just to, take some of the load off of my 10-mile walked feet. Yeah. So the next morning is when we went to Hollywood Studios. That's when I had my apple juice bottle. And we get into the park. And almost immediately we make a beeline for Galaxy's Edge, which is the Star Wars area.
Yeah.
I get some blue milk, which you don't like. I didn't mind it at all. I thought it was quite good. I got a rum floater in it as well. I really enjoyed it. Got me going. That was what good. It's gotten better, right?
It tastes like Elijah Craig barrel proof.
It's really improved. I had my blue milk with rum as we crossed the threshold over to seeing the Millennium Falcon for the first time. I just it was almost like when I saw Cinderella's Castle for the first time. I mean, just blew me away.
Yeah.
I had a few Coruscant coolers at Ronto's Roasters, which was a Maker's Mark drink, and that was killer. We need to actually get the recipe for those.
Oh, they're all over. Yeah, we could do that.
I mean, it would be a great.
That and a jet juice.
Oh, jet juice! I had at Oga's as well. We'll get to that in a minute. I was lubed up with alcohol at Hollywood Studios. Excuse me. I mean, any chance I had to just grab a little,
no doubt.
Drink here or there, I did. And it was funny because I didn't really have. I think I had a couple of beers there, and it was just kind of generic Bud Light or whatever. But the couple of Bud Lights that I had didn't really taste like Bud Light. They tasted more like a full lager.
Everything's better in Disney.
It was weird, man. It was really strange.
Everything's better.
Everything's better at Disney. We had reservations at Oga's Cantina, which if you're watching the video version, is where the mug came from and these coasters that we have too on the table. This is the mug that portrays the Battle of Endor.
That's the best. That's the coolest thing.
This is the second edition of the Battle of Endor mug that they've put out. Our waiter at Oga's was amazing.
Oh yeah,
he was. I don't know if you've if they're the same kind of deal throughout Oga's, but he was just telling Star Wars jokes the entire Star Wars puns the whole time.
It's such a variety because I've got waiters that have done that, and then I've got some that have been real serious, hey, there's some scoundrels about to come in, you need to finish.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just really, really enjoyed it. I got a fuzzy tauntaun.
Oh yeah.
Which I
had. Numb?
Oh yeah. Almost immediately. And then as we had a high top. We were right in front of the robot DJ, who was my boy, and he was Eden's boy too. Until Eden was so tired that she fell asleep.
You're like, yeah, it's not good.
Well, she was in a high chair and she was so tired and hot from the day, and she just laid her head down, fell asleep. Fuzzy tauntaun is like a pineapple vodka drink with
that foam
with a foam on top of it that literally makes your lips and tongue go numb. It's a really cool experience.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome. And then I got a jet juice, which is another Maker's Mark drink with pepper spice in it. And I got that to go. Had it on the rocks and actually made it really nice. Not that it wouldn't have been nice just up, but on the rocks was just awesome. That was about all that I had to drink that day, I think. I can't remember. Oh, that was about it because I had Rise of the Resistance to go on later, and I had to rush across the park afterwards to go on Phantasmic, which I'll tell you about later, another time. Stay tuned for that, maybe. But then the next day was EPCOT, where I drank around the world. And that was chef's kiss, spectacular. Hadn't gotten to drink around the world at EPCOT in about 7 years. Actually, exactly 7 years, because we hadn't taken a multi-park Disney trip in.
Yeah, because you'd only been the Magic Kingdom for a little random.
Yeah, because so the first time that I went multi-park Disney trip was with Lucy when I was 20. And so we weren't able to do drinking around the world. The next time was with my family, and that was in 2017. And I was 23 at that point. 23, 24, around that. So yeah, we were I was definitely able to drink. And this time, you know, I knew way more about drinking around the world.
Yeah.
As like a pastime at Epcot. And I had Emma with me too. You know, of course I couldn't do it with Lucy because she's 6 months pregnant. And
I bet she was pissed.
She was not happy about it. She was also very unhappy that she gave me her blessing, but you could tell that it was kind of like killing her that I did the Star Wars rides without her. But it wasn't as like important to her.
Yeah.
But like I didn't do the Guardians ride because it was, you know, it was important to her that.
Yeah. I get it.
You know, so I'm, you know, she made sacrifices. I made sacrifices. So.
And you drank.
It's part of it. But I drank.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy, did I drink. Got a really nice margarita in Mexico to start the day out. Oh, golly, it is fuzzy. I'm trying to remember.
Got the corn old fashioned, didn't you?
I did, but that was at the end of the day.
Oh, my God. That's how I start my
Well, they weren't open when we went there first.
I know. I do my apple juice to get started.
Yeah.
And then when I'm hitting Mexico, I'm getting my corn old fashioned, and that gets me ready to go around the world.
Yeah.
You're a wild man.
Started with a margarita. Kind of worked our. You know what? It's probably easiest if I just look at the map.
You're like, wait a second, I drank that?
Because I know what I had. I just can't remember.
If you've never been to Disney and drank around the world, like we ain't talking about like one drink around the random places. There's a lot to drink at every place. Multiple things to drink. Africa, maybe you just get beer. I think they only have beer there.
Well, it's not even technically Africa.
Yeah, it's a trading post or the outpost.
I don't think I got anything in Norway. There's not really anything special in Norway anyway.
It's beer that you can only get at certain places.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get anything in China?
No.
I think I've only got cocktails there when a festival's been going on.
I got a beer at the outpost for sure. I got a couple of beers at Germany because we were tired.
See a little train set.
Oh yeah, we saw the train set.
Oh, I love it.
Eden loved it.
It changes all the time too.
Yeah. Italy, I got a glass of Prosecco.
Ooh, fancy boy.
America is where we sat, and I got the mutant cold brew.
Oh yes,
that was great. Eden made friends over there, and they played, and she had a really good time. In the Japans, I got sake, and that was
it's so good,
so nice.
You go in the stores, look at the animation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Eden was in a really bad mood in Japan too, but she and Lucy did the pearl ceremony.
Yeah.
And so they both got necklaces, which was really, it was really cool.
Yeah.
I almost got you a like Naruto thing.
Yeah.
In the Japanese store. But I was like, this looks super cool. This would be a nice little piece for Eric. And then I looked at it a second time, and it was an AirPods case. And I was like, that's so dumb.
I don't even have AirPods.
Exactly. That's why I didn't get them.
That would actually be hilarious. I got you an AirPods case.
Yeah.
For my non-existent AirPods.
Yeah. We spent a good deal of time in Morocco just sitting.
It's so nice there.
I got a bunch of food in Morocco too. We have we traced our lineage a few years ago, and we are primarily of Moroccan descent.
Really?
Yes. So I wanted to actually try like Moroccan food, and it really just like hit my soul in a very profound way.
Nice.
It was very, very enjoyable. France, I didn't get anything to drink because it's primarily just like really expensive wine. So I didn't really see any point in getting anything over there. The UK, I just got beer.
Did you happen to try the fish?
I've gotten the fish and chips over there before. It's incredible.
It's so good.
It's just perfectly crispy.
So good.
It's amazing. And then I got a Moosehead lager. Why are there flies in here?
Because there's a dead person in here.
Oh, good.
Don't worry about it. I told you I was changing stuff up a little bit while you were gone. Honestly, I don't know.
But you're supposed to be a good guy, remember?
Well, I did have the door. Oh, yeah. I did have the door open, cleaning a lot, like dusting stuff out. So I think some flies got in here.
But then I had a Moosehead lager in Canada. We went to go see the Canada show as well.
Mm-hmm.
It was...
Oh, Canada.
It's not Canada. Oh, it's not Oh Canada. It's Canada, my Canada.
Canada, my Canada.
And then
Mike Whiskey Morg. Is that how I go?
Something like that.
Oh.
It's crazy they threw in Whiskey Morg in there too. It was,
I see him every time.
I know, yeah.
Every time I go there.
But then I finished out my day with corn old fashioned, which has so much alcohol in it.
Oh yeah, baby.
And that was the only thing that was keeping me afloat. Dadgummit if it's not one of the best cocktails I've ever had in my entire life. I mean, just absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But then the next day, we had Ohana breakfast.
Ohana.
And
means family.
Family means nobody gets left behind.
Nobody gets left behind.
And at your recommendation, I got a pour of the Knob Creek single barrel and poured it over some of the coconut bread, right?
Yes.
And it was delightful. It was wonderful. I thought I had lost my car keys. Or no, not my car keys. I thought I had lost my cards at one point.
Car?
Not my car.
Oh.
Like my cards. Like my ID and my credit card at one point.
Shit.
So I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to do this. And then like after that and like stressing out about it, because I had lost the backpack at one point, or at that point too. By that point, I was like, I'm getting a pour of bourbon. Like I had made up my mind, you know. And then I saw a Cybertruck.
There's one in Lexington.
I do. Yeah. Also, they're just ugly.
Hideous.
They're so ugly. They're uglier in person than they are.
Oh, they're so bad.
They're just atrociously bad. Anyway, I brought a bunch of bottles on vacation to Turkey 101, TW Samuels, that Green River single barrel, excuse me, and the Jackson's New Riff single barrel as well. That's really the only ones of note that I brought, but and I brought every single bottle back too. Not a single one got finished.
That's wild.
That's the first year in a long time that I've come back with bottles, but you know, with the weight loss thing,
probably better for
drinking less, ate a whole lot less. I actually came back having lost a pound.
Well, you walk 20 miles a day.
That's true. That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
That's what they say.
All right, folks, we have the Heaven Hill Grain to Glass releases this week for review.
Look at this thing.
It's a big old box.
This looks like a PlayStation 5 box or
something. It really
something.
does. We play PlayStation on it.
Daddy, there's papers in here too.
There's papers, yeah.
You can do the reading.
I don't.
Look at this.
There's too much to be read.
Look at this.
There's 3 whole bottles. There's a man on a tractor.
On a tractor?
So there is a Kentucky straight bourbon at 107 proof that is 52% corn, 35% rye, and 13% malted barley. A wheated bourbon at 121 proof that is 52% corn, 35% wheat, and 13% malted barley. And a rye that is 123.2 proof It says it's the only barrel-proof expression of the series. That's weird. It also features a higher rye content than Heaven Hill's traditional rye whiskey mash bill, consisting of 63% rye, 24% corn, and 13% malted barley. The distillates have been aged over 6 years at Heaven Hill's Cox's Creek Rickhouse site. Each product is non-chill filtered and bottled at the ideal proof to allow the characteristics of each unique mash bill to shine. Some nice paper they sent this on, too.
Wow.
It's good paper. I appreciate good paper.
Feels official.
It does. Do we feel official? No, never. Not even a little bit.
Nope.
So where do we start? This is one of those products to me that don't feel like they're real. You know what I mean? Like they don't feel like they would be available to the public. It feels like an experiment. So we're starting with the bourbon.
Yes, bourbon. 107 proof on this one. 35% rye, 52% corn, 13% malt. Smells like Heaven Hill.
Smells like Heaven Hill, honestly.
Yeah. Smells like Elijah Craig.
Just crazy considering that it's just a completely different mash bill.
It is wild that it smells like that in between of, like a 100 proof Elijah Craig.
Yeah.
Because usually we're like, 94 proof or 100
94,
proof
yeah.
or barrel proof or something like that. Smells good. It smells snickerdoodle.
It really does.
All
All right.
Does it taste as much that way, though?
No.
Tastes a little bitter?
Very.
Not sure how I feel about this.
What is that? It's just like straight up
hay water.
Hay water is a good word for it. I was thinking more licorice.
It tastes like hay water.
Yeah. Hay water and licorice.
Okay.
Interesting.
I like the smell. Not much the taste.
Not so much the taste.
Okay. Let me cleanse my palate.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same.
All right. Well, moving on quickly here.
Interesting.
Kentucky Straight Wheated Bourbon
Here
whiskey.
we go.
121 proof.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is not cast strength, though. They made a distinction to say so.
121 proof is a cast strength?
They said in the press release that the only cast strength of these three is the rye.
So this was distilled in 2017. So
all three are.
Okay. So they're all 7 years.
They're all 6 years.
6
Yeah.
years. 35% wheat, 52% corn, 13% malt.
This smells funky. Funky weedy. Doesn't it? Funky weedy boy. Funky weedy boy.
Funky weedy boy. I will say you can tell this is wheated. So if I get strawberries on almost all wheated stuff, this is a strawberry daiquiri. Like kind of like a weird poolside strawberry daiquiri smell.
Yeah. Oh, I like that one.
That tastes like strawberries. I don't know if that tastes like a strawberry daiquiri.
It really does.
Holy. Oh, and that proof is...
The proof helps it a lot. It is dry.
It dries you out. Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
It's got a little bit of a peppercorn thing going on too.
Heaven Hill. I fuck with this stuff. I like that.
It's a very complex palate aside from the strawberry thing going on.
Go back to Disney and drink your jet juice.
Oh,
the pepper and the wheat.
100%.
It's got wheated bourbon in
yes,
the
it
cocktail.
does.
That pepper comes in on the finish.
Yes.
Ooh, I like this one. Oh.
It's such a departure from Heaven Hill's wheated bourbon.
Oh, it doesn't taste anything like Larceny.
I mean, it doesn't remind me of Larceny at all. It doesn't remind me of Larceny Barrel Proof. I mean, it's Old Fitz. It's in its own... All right, you can stop that.
Sorry.
Come back to me. It's in its own category. I mean, that's the whole point. They're 3 new distinct mash bills. You know, they're going to be different.
Right.
But this just goes to show, I mean, it's not... It's nothing like they're making.
No.
Wow. I kind of want to go back to the other bourbon first before we...
Right. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Woo, boy.
No.
That's...
Stinky!
It's tough to...
It's not good.
It's tough to, like, deal with.
It's not good.
No.
Yeah, it's hard to, like, handle it. You think that it would be like, I don't really like
107
this.
proof.
It's a little tough to...
High rye bourbon. It's like... It's metallic.
I mean,
it's grassy.
bitter.
It's kind of got like a... It's almost got like a green bean flavor to it. Am I wrong?
Juice.
Am I wrong, though?
No.
This one tastes like it got into an onion patch.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I got to cleanse my palate again before we go to the rye. Okay, I'm a very excited about it.
I am a very excited boy. Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey, 123.2 proof, 63% rye, 24% corn, and 13% malted barley. Or malt. Is that malted barley?
Yeah, malted barley.
Same age as like Perry said earlier. So, yeah, 123 proof. New mash bill Heaven Hill rye. Okay. I don't want to bring in other brands while we're talking about a brand, but there is a special rye that comes in a box from a place in Lawrenceburg that was part of the Master. And
Triumph?
No, I don't have that one. I'm going back.
Voyage.
Cornerstone. This is on this level. I
don't disagree. It's pretty spectacular.
It's just...
I just want to drink it.
Okay, sorry. I spilled some on me. I was getting so excited. Oh, boy.
Holy Moses.
My goodness. That's delicious. Oh, my gosh. If there was ever just like the most perfect bourbon lover's rye ever, that would be it. Because it is a little bit higher rye than like your barley rye. Like usually those are like 51%. This is phenomenal.
Yeah.
This is special. If the wheated bourbon was awesome, I want to have more of this. This rye is, I want this and I need to save it for a special occasion.
There's no way that each of these are $100 a bottle.
I mean, you could easily, this This rye is like BTAC level.
Yeah.
No joke. I love a delicious, thick rye.
2 C's.
Do what?
2 C's.
2 C's.
Thick.
Thick. Oh, there may be 3 on this one.
Thick.
Yeah.
Can't wait to watch that one back.
This is... Ugh.
This is one of the best ryes we've had this year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wish I still had some of the rye that Rarebird made.
The friggin' Anderson County?
No.
Oh.
The one that he blended.
Oh, the blended one. Yeah. The one with the...
Raconteur rye.
The dude on it. The
yeah.
Mustachy dude, I think, was on the package. This is delicious. I'm trying to describe, and I think that's probably a good indication of how much I like this because I can't really put the words behind it. I'm trying to think of a snack or some kind of food to like relay to the listener, the watcher. And this is just, it's just when you drink a really special rye, like a BTAC, you know.
It's not overly spicy. It's not.
No, it borders like a
intense,
a good bourbon. It's just delicious.
Yeah. How
this, just the straight bourbon wound up with these two, I don't know. This is you didn't invite this one to the party. They just showed up.
But you're not mad about it.
I'm a little mad about it.
You're mad that this one showed up to the party, even though you love it so much?
The bourbon?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the rye.
No. I said, how did this bourbon wind up with this?
Oh, I don't know.
This is the one you were trying to avoid inviting to the party, and they found out.
Yeah.
That rye, man. Delicious.
Yeah. I think easily the rye is the best of the 3.
Rye, wheat, and then the bourbon.
Completely agree with you.
And that wheat is delicious too.
It would take way too long to go through all of the
nose I think we just do like this as a package. We just talk about the whole package.
Yeah. This is a really interesting experiment.
We don't know if these all come together in a set or if they are separate.
It doesn't seem like it. It seems like they come separately.
Okay.
But I think it would make sense.
Well, there's going to be a lot of this one left. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm just being honest, Evan Hill. But you all nailed it on this wheated, and you blew it away on this rye.
Here's something I'll pull back the curtain. I'll go a little inside baseball. Hey.
You finally let me out of the curtain.
Who's this guy?
I'm the info you was going to say.
Oh, thanks for, yeah. Well, do you just want to go ahead and tell him, or do you want to?
No, you just go ahead and talk. I'm going back.
Okay, thanks, buddy.
What was that?
You sound a lot like Pete Samuels.
I missed you. I'm trying to act like somebody else, so you put me on the show.
You were actually on camera for once. That was crazy.
You were going to kill me. What do you expect?
Maybe we aren't going to anymore.
Change is not always good, Perry.
You're right.
Anyway, what are you saying? Pull back the curtain.
Pull back the curtain a little bit.
Inside baseball.
One of the things that I like to do with media samples that we get sent is share them.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I didn't spend any money on these. We don't have to send them back.
What they did, we like send them back.
They're like, yeah, you've done your time. You
really got to send them back. We got to send those over to
whatever you haven't used in a week. We have to reclaim.
They're like, could you drop those off at the other podcast in Lexington?
Yeah, we only have so much. You got to share them around. So I look forward to, using these in a tasting setting.
Yeah,
with friends and family. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like my wheels are already turning for when I get the chance to use these as a tasting.
Yeah.
To highlight like how grains really do change whiskey.
Yeah.
And even though, these are exactly the same age, proof really does change things up.
Yeah.
But it's amazing to me that just their straight. I mean, Heaven Hill's known for just their bourbon.
Yeah.
And the bourbon is the one that is the most confusing out of
best.
He's talking
really
about the rye.
Good.
This is the wheated bourbon.
Not so much.
The bourbon itself, the rye, the high rye bourbon. And I wanted to like the high rye bourbon.
You know what we got to do?
Blend them all through together.
Yeah,
for sure. I completely agree. Let's see what happens here.
Let's just to kind of stick close to the review system. We're not going to go through numbers and stuff. Give me the best nose of the three.
The rye.
Best palate of the three.
Oh, I think it's the wheated.
I would agree.
Bourbon.
Finish.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough. I don't know. I wish I hadn't blended all three of them together before.
Well,
actually, having just had the wheat, I think it might be the wheated bourbon.
Overall experience as a whole.
The rye. Oddly enough, it's the rye, even though like the wheater.
Right. I think that's a good way to say this is the best total package is the rye.
Yeah.
You get some banger notes out of this
on the wheater.
Wheated.
Yeah.
And I just can't. I'm still confused about this one. But yeah, I think that's a good way. If you got this package, maybe you got sent this, or if you end up buying them all together, I think that's just kind of our recommendation. Or if you buy them separate,
or if you see them, if they're available. I mean, the rye is definitely the one to go for.
I don't know about the blend. Kind of feels like it muted everything.
Smells like corn pops.
It's kind of corny.
Yeah.
Kind of artificial.
I don't hate it.
It's not bad, but I'm not getting any like nothing like that. Oh.
I'm not mad about that.
That is very cereal, like a artificial cereal flavor. I'm not bad. The blend is better than the bourbon by itself.
Eric, I got to tell you.
Tell me.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Since we have done our segment where we listen to voicemails that we have been sent.
It's called barrel rings.
It's called barrel rings. It is.
And you can do that too if you want to.
And it's a voicemail system. It's just a number or a text where you call or send just a regular old text message to a phone number that we have set up for you. All you have to do, type it into your phone. Call it, text it, whatever you want to do.
Call me, text me if you want to.
Sorry. That number is 859-428-8253. Just do that. Just leave us a little voicemail.
Call me.
Leave us a little text.
Text me.
We don't do it as frequently anymore, but we've amassed a couple of texts. We got a voicemail as well that we need to listen to.
Okay.
This voicemail is from our buddy Jared, whom, by the way, I was on his podcast not too long ago.
Appreciate his invite for me.
Well, he wants you to be on too.
No, that's too late.
Oh, shut up.
It's too late. Too late.
It is the Regular Dad Podcast.
It's too late, Jared.
Do we want to see their tasting notes, by the way? We could look at the...
Yeah, I'll get it out here
in a minute. Go listen to that episode. Eric. Jared and I... I know it wasn't you. Jared and I had a really good time talking about mental health, raising kids. He asked me what the podcast is going to look like once my second kid comes. And spoiler alert, I said, nothing's going to change.
Spoiler.
Did I set myself up for failure? Maybe. But the home studio is going to be set up by that point, and I'm not worried about it. I'll be really honest with you. I think everybody else is more worried about it than I am. So anyway, here's a voicemail from Jared. Go listen to the Regular Dad Podcast. Go listen to our episode. or my episode that I did with him. You are going to be on it too. Shut up.
We'll see if I am.
Greetings, Mon Frères. It's Buddy Jared here. For what might be the last time ever, apparently. The people have spoken, and we might be out. I can't blame them. No hard feelings. If it wasn't me, I'd probably want this out too. But anyway, we soldier on. First, I do want to say you guys are deserve a lot of respect for asking for that feedback and taking it to heart and listening to all, even the negative feedback. It's hard to do. It's hard to put your pride aside and ask for it, and it's hard to hear the negative. But do keep in mind that the negative feedback is really just because people care. We want the podcast to be better. We want it to keep going. If we didn't care, we wouldn't say anything bad or good. So, we hurt because we love. We'll go with that. Eric, I have your spelling word of the week. Hashtag, if you know, you know. Reciprocate. Reciprocate. Since it isn't live, Perry, I'm going to need you to back me up on this. If he needs it in a sentence or to confirm he spelled it right, all that good stuff. So there you go. I guess I look forward to seeing how Barrel Rings continue. I also look forward to playing the game of seeing if I can identify the changes in the podcast before you say there are the changes in the podcast. This could be a fun couple of months. So with that, hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later.
I definitely can't spell that. I just tried. R-E-C-R-I-C-A-T-E.
No.
C-A-T-E. Reciprocate.
No.
Reciprocate. Reciprocate.
R-E-C.
R-E-C.
I-P.
I-P. Reciprocate. Where's the R? Reciprocate. Does that know how you say it?
R-E-C. I-P. R-O.
I don't trust that.
C-A-T-E.
It also said breathing prayers on the.
Yeah, what he said is greetings, mon frères.
Yeah, and it says breathing prayers, buddy.
Jared also sent a text in as well.
You son of a.
Showing his Willet single barrel.
13-year-old. Son of a.
123 proof. Yeah.
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 I may like Chad My Daily Bourbon more than Jared.
That's tough. That is tough criticism, honestly. This is also another text that we got.
Okay.
This is really funny.
Okay.
This one says, why do you have a cardboard cutout of Ryan Reynolds, and why is he looking at Eric so lovingly? This is Starkey's daughter, by the way.
Oh.
This is Patrick Starkey's daughter.
Oh. Well.
Patrick and Heather, not just Patrick's.
Yeah, well.
I imagine that Heather had a much heavier role in...
It's not a cardboard cutout. It's actually him. Your dad should have told you that, because your dad met him while he was here in Kentucky. I don't know why he's hiding that from you. And he likes to just look at me because I'm me. And if you're listening and you're watching, just be you, because that's the best thing to do. And then Ryan Reynolds will look at you all the time. So
we don't always do what is this? Barrel rings. It's a now infrequent segment. We said once a month. Now it's going to be kind of whenever we feel
random.
Like it. Yeah, randomized, kind of like a hate mail, but the hate has an 8 in it. Are you going to read out some tasting notes here for the?
All right, the bourbon.
This blend is really growing on me, by the way.
The bourbon.
Yes.
Nose. Apple, pear, fresh oak.
Okay.
Palate.
Didn't feel that.
Orchard.
Gasoline.
Rye spice. Floral notes. Finish. Oaky sweetness and black pepper. Oaky. If you got to say your finish is oaky sweetness, come on now, you reaching. The wheated walnut, almond, cedar oak on the nose. Palate, toasted whole wheat and molasses. Finish, pepper, oak tannins, and molasses.
Okay.
Yeah. And the rye knows dried flowers, grasses, and toasted oak. No, none at all. It's so much more bright than dried flowers. Palate, though, butterscotch, caramel, cigar tobacco. Finish, cinnamon, charred oak, and campfire smoke. I didn't get any of that. So.
Okay.
Who wrote
Cool.
these tasting?
I don't know.
Peterson Farms. Who's Peterson Farms?
I don't know.
Whoever Peterson Farm is.
Son of Peter. Peter. High proof hot takes.
High proof hot takes. What's made me mad? Oh, neighborhood association Facebook groups.
Oh,
Absolute worst. You're garbage. If you feel like your opinion matters on that, you're stupid.
My blood pressure just went up thinking about it.
Let me give you an example of one, a recent one. This was not my kids or anything, but this is the most like. I'm not even subscribed to it or follow it. April does it and she shows me this stuff, but this person said, if your kid is riding a bike, they are a menace. They are terrorizing pedestrians.
Shut up. No, I believe you. I'm just telling that person to shut up.
But my response to April was like, will you put this? And she didn't because, if your children are on bikes right now, just know that they are terrorizing pedestrians. Yeah, that's the same family.
You're kidding me.
Oh. Mother.
I can't believe we know.
My response wanted to be, do you mean...
I wonder why they're divorced.
My response wants to be, do you mean in general? Or is there a bicycle gang in our neighborhood? Like any kid on a bike is terrorizing people?
I cannot believe she posted that.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So, yes, neighborhood Facebook groups are the worst. That's my hot take.
Mine is Atlanta traffic Atlanta traffic is always going to be Atlanta traffic, even if you are driving at 4 a.m.
That 8 lane.
I'll give you an example.
Sucks.
I will give you an example. We were driving to Florida overnight, and we hit Atlanta at 4 a.m. And it was clear. There was nobody else around us. We were able to get through largely unscathed. Aside from the one moron who just felt like he owned all 8 lanes. And he needed to get
drifting through them all.
He needed to get from lane 8 to lane 1 as soon as humanly possible. And when the one person that didn't allow him to do that, he took offense to that, and so he rammed his car on purpose into that man's car. So forcefully that it popped the hubcap off.
Damn.
And I ran over that hubcap.
Oh, shit.
I mean, at 4 a.m., dude.
Damn.
And it scared, not scared, but it like stirred both of them so much that they stopped.
They're like,
on the highway,
okay,
like in Atlanta, dude. It was crazy. So be prepared at any time of day, no matter what you think is going to happen.
Shit.
In Atlanta.
In Atlanta. Only in Atlanta.
It's going to be Atlanta. Atlanta going to be Atlanta.
Atlanta going to be Atlanta.
Atlanta. Yeah. Anyway. Tips and bits. Things that we have been enjoying as far as like watching, reading, listening to, something that you should check out as well. What do you got?
I'm going to go quick draw McGraw style. I'm not going to go into details of any because I'm right at the end of all these things, and I would rather like talk about like one at a time, like in more, a little bit more depth. But we got The Bear season 3. We got The Boys season 4. We got The Acolyte.
Be careful with The Boys season 4.
What?
Never mind.
What?
People don't understand the boys, man.
Oh, they don't understand.
They don't understand the messaging.
I understand it all. And I'll say, and it's awesome. Yeah, that's true. I get it now. The people, it's all totally over people's heads. And we won't get into the acolyte just yet until it's over because there's little whiny babies on the internet who. I'm
also way behind on the acolyte.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I haven't had a chance to watch it since I've been gone.
Yes, Demon Slayer anime. Kaiju number 8, finishing that up, so good. And then I watched Inside Out 2 and Despicable Me 4. That's all the stuff I've been watching, and I'm enjoying all those. I did not say one thing I did not enjoy, but I may go into more details about some of those once either you've watched them or people have had time to finish them.
Yeah.
So that's what I got.
Oddly enough, I really don't have a whole lot.
Well, you've been enjoying life.
Well, I mean, I've also been working, so I haven't really had much of a chance to get into anything too big. But I don't know. If you go to Disney World, enjoy getting to see. If you go to Hollywood Studios, and enjoy the little things at Galaxy's Edge.
Mm-hmm. All the little details. Just the stuff they do go out of their way.
I didn't even talk about all the characters that I just happened upon. I mean,
it's your trip.
I just happened to see the Mandalorian.
Little Grogu.
You just had Grogu there. Chewbacca was there. I just got to spend some time with Chewie.
Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, he slobbered all over me.
Yeah. I saw that video.
Jabba
you didn't post that one.
Hey, she's Jabba all over my hut until
where do you think that blue milk came from, bro?
She Jabba on my hut until I
blew milk all over the place.
Take us home, man.
Get us home.
Get us out of here.
Patreon, remember now, you are the only place to get all the back side of things, the backside of water. See?
Look at that.
The behind the scenes stuff.
Nobody else could hear that though, because we got the we got the filter on it.
So. Patreon.com/MyBourbonPodcast for as little as $1 a month. You can support the show, but at $5 you get all the bonus stuff. You get stuff that when we take breaks, stuff's still going on around there on Patreon. It's the best place to get all the updates, the bonus content, all the stuff. If you want to send us an email, you can send an email to thisismybourbonshop@gmail.com. You know, there's a lot of brands use that email. If they want to send us samples, feel free to do that. If you want to send a sample or a bottle or anything for us to review, send a package to
P.O. Box 22609, Lexington, Kentucky 40522.
That's right. If you want to get some merch, bourbonshop.threadless.com. If you sign up for the email stuff, you'll get tons of like discounts and updates on merch and sales, all the stuff there.
All that stuff.
If you want to follow us on all social media, you can follow me at Whiskey Mutant. You can follow Perry at PReader1792. And then the show as a whole at My Bourbon Pod. You can also go to Facebook where we have a Facebook group. Facebook.com/My Bourbon Podcast. Answer some questions. We'll put you in the group. Also, if you're part of the Patreon community, you also get access to our Discord, which
that is true.
There's people talking in that all the time, posting pictures, giving each other crap, advice, posting all the stuff there.
There's a lot.
There's entertainment all in that. Please leave a review.
We got a new review.
What?
Yeah, we had a new review because somebody left a review trying to get in on the glass giveaway.
Oh, yes, this one, which if you want to get a glass, it's got the logo on it. Maybe you can see it there.
The old logo.
The old logo.
Before we updated to a new logo.
You can, if you just want to buy one straight out, send us a DM to all the social media stuff I just said.
Wait, I got to read out the new.
I know. I'm just saying if you wanted to buy one.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But let's hear a review.
The new review is from Nate6061. It says top 5 bourbon podcasts. It's 5 stars too. He said, love this podcast. Top of my list of whiskey podcasts every week.
You know what? I love that. It's simple. It's straight to the point.
That's all you need to do.
Thank you, Nate.
You're awesome. Thank you, Nate.
Nate, if you're listening, prove it that you're still here. Send me your address, and I'll send you a sample.
But also, Mr. McParty and Casey Lynn 49.
Mr. McParty.
Mr. McParty, dude, he's
came out
here for it.
Yes. Send us your addresses where you would want us to ship this to, and you'll get your glass.
I wasn't in focus.
Huh?
I wasn't in focus on the camera. I got close. I had to get closer. Now I'm really close on the camera.
Are we doing this right now? Both of us?
Apparently.
Are we going to do this the whole time?
For the rest of the episode?
Like, comment, subscribe. Go to YouTube.
Please.
If you're listening to this, you can go to youtube.com. This is my Bourbon Podcast. You can watch this episode.
I also go live most Thursday nights.
Yes.
On YouTube.
We just
and twitch.tv/mybourbongamer. Yeah. Sorry that I haven't been live recently, but I've also been gone.
I think it's okay. They know.
You understand?
Yes.
I'll be live soon.
We were on a recent live together playing Mario Kart Whiskey Kart.
Hello again, Whiskey Friends.
Zach Morris is Bourbon Page, aka Jeffrey Wack. But that was fun. You can check that out. And that's about it.
That's all I can think of. This has been a really fun episode.
It has been fun.
Sorry, the review was kind of light, but
next week you get Swan.
Swan's it's not a video. It's just audio.
But if you're listening, you get Swan again.
There'll be a little bit of video because I'll be like...
people are like, where's Swan at? You get him from 2020. But if you're on Patreon, you'll get some more content from us.
That's true. Also, I was about to say something. Oh, we're about to record a video review. Too.
Of a bottle that you all want, but you don't have, I bet.
Probably not. So stay tuned for that. Eric's getting really close to the camera. Sorry, audio listeners, but we love you to death.
If you're watching on YouTube, get close to me. Give me a kiss. Love you. Bye.
We'll see you real soon. Until next time, though, I'm Perry.
I'm Eric.
And this is my Bourbon Podcast.